government funds pending the hearing and determining the suit filed by Martin Ameule-led Rivers State House of Assembly. Ruling on the motion ex parte, Justice Emeka Nwite declined to grant the prayers, though he ordered the plaintiffs to put the defendants on notice. Justice Nwite, however, granted the motion ex parte to serve the 5th to 10th defendants in the matter by substituted means, saying the leave is hereby granted to the plaintiffs and applicants to serve the 5th to 10th defendants, respondents with the plaintiffs, applicants originating, and any other processes filed or issued in this suit by substituted means, to wit, by publishing same in the nation newspapers. The judge further adjourned the matter to the 7th of August to hear the motion on notice. The 5th to 10th defendants are Mr. Fubara, Accountant General of Rivers Independent Electoral Commission, Chief Judge of Rivers, Justice S.C. Amade, Chairperson of RISEC, Adolphus Enebeli, and the government of Rivers State, respectively. The first and second plaintiffs, being the Rivers State House of Assembly and Martin Ameule, had filed a suit through their counsel, Joseph Daudu, against the Central Bank of Nigeria, Zenith Bank PLC, Access Bank PLC, and the Accountant General of the Federation as the first to 4th defendants. The court ruling comes after Fubara last week vowed to remain upright and never to govern the state on bended knees, no matter how much he is pushed politically. I repeat, I will not govern our dear state on my knees. If that was the purpose, I will not do that. I will stand to govern our dear state and stand continually on the side of right, the governor emphasized. He said that there was a fierce battle to destroy the soul of the state, but expressed optimism that he will win the battle with the support of well-meaning persons who are standing firmly with him. Governor Fubara remarked that the country home of Sir Celestino Mejia in Ubima, Ikwe local government area of Rivers State, last Saturday, the governor, accompanied by some elders of the state, was in Ubima commensurate with Sir Omehia, who had just laid his mother, Mrs. Ezinne Cecilia Omehia, to rest after 95 years. Fubara told Omehia and other elders at the gathering of the need for every true lover of the state to unite and be resolute in the fight to safeguard the soul of Rivers State. And I am happy to say that I've said it over and over again, that it doesn't matter the number of people that are standing with me, I will stand on the side of truth. The governor decried the evil of politics of bitterness and telling danger it has on the progress of the state, which according to him should be discouraged as a bad political culture in contemporary times. He urged whoever claimed to love Rivers State not to be party to anything directly or indirectly that will bring the state backwards. Anybody who claims to love the state should not be party to anything directly or indirectly that will bring us backwards, he said. Analysts have accused the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission of bias for excluding the All Progressive Congress from participating in activities of the forthcoming elections in the state. Speaking on Atlantic Television Network's program Open Air, a political analyst, George Chinda, decried the action of the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission for denying the opposition party access to the council polls.
So for him to be excluded, what that means is that he do not even want or expect them to participate, because this is a meeting calling for political parties, to come together and, forge a common front on how the election can go peacefully and all of that. And one party, an important party as the APC in this state, was excluded. So I think that could be the reason why the man has gone to court for interpretation of the law.
Meanwhile, Zoe Taminotonye has called on the Chief Justice of the Federation to guard against judicial anarchy in the state.
Drawing the attention of the Chief Justice of the Federation and pleading with him not to allow the Nigerian judiciary to draft to a point where it will lead to anarchy. Our democracy breeding strong men instead of strong institutions, and as a result of the weakness of the institution, these strong men take advantage. And because the institution like the courts are weak, you can imagine the kind of judgment that keeps coming out from.
This is coming after the Federal High Court sitting in Abuja has restrained the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, from releasing voters' register to the Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission for the council elections in the state. We are open for advert placements, bookings, and commercials, and you can connect with us on and watch us on our 8 socials, Facebook and YouTube. Atlantic Television Network. Instagram and TikTok, Atlantic TV Network 1. X, formerly Twitter, Atlantic TV Net. And watch us live on our website, atlanticnetwork.tv. The federal government has commended the contributions of Bayelsa State Governor Senator Doye Diri to the development of sports in Nigeria. The Minister of Sports Development, Senator John Eno, gave the commendation on over the weekend during the finals of the 6th edition of the Bayelsa Governors Football Tournament Christian Prosperity Cup, which was held at the Samson Siasa Sports Complex in Yenagoa. Senator Eno, who witnessed the final games between NDU Queens and Peremo Academy in the female category, as well as a male category between Oboinbiri of Southern Ejo Local Government Area and Nembe City of Nembe Local Government Area, noted that since becoming minister, Governor Diri has been a recurring decimal in Nigeria's sports sector. The sports minister said that Governor Diri has continued to encourage the sports, to encourage and sponsor the growth of football and other sports, not only in Bayelsa, but also has been very supportive of the Super Eagles of Nigeria. That the motto of the Prosperity Cup, talking sports development to the grassroots, resonates with the determination of the Federal Ministry of Sports Development to bring back to its zonal offices across the country, stressing that the future of sports lies in the grassroots. He said, since becoming Minister of Sports, I have found one governor that has been a recurring decimal in Nigeria's sports sector, and he is the governor of Bayelsa State. Whenever I have gone, this governor keeps recurring. He kept providing support, encouragement, and sponsorship, particularly when Nigeria competed in AFCON. He is one governor who made a commitment to the team and redeemed it immediately. The Nigeria Wrestling Federation has the Commissioner for Sports in Bayelsa, Daniel Igali, as president. This governor has done more for that federation than anyone else. I am supposed to leave for Germany tomorrow to be with our Olympic team, but I said I must be here, and I am glad that I came. Senator Eno said with over 200 teams registered for the should copy. Speaking during the minister's courtesy visit to the government house, Governor Diri said that his administration will continue to encourage and develop talented male and female athletes in the state and expose them to the world. Diri urged the youth to be focused on pursuing their dreams, taking a cue from the likes of Daniel Igali. He expressed satisfaction that the community-based competition has lived up to expectations, especially seeing a grassroots team from Oboinbiri community emerging champions, and congratulated the organizers for making judicious use of approved funds. The competition is not just urban-based, it is also community-based. You can imagine a team from Oboinbiri all the way from Southern Ejo subduing the urban teams from Yenagoa. So I am very happy with the organizers of this competition. Mr. Ono Akpe and his group have done so well. In his welcome address, the Commissioner for Sports, Daniel Igale, thanked the governor for his unrelenting support for sports. Director General of the Prosperity Corp, Ono Akpe, while commending Governor Diri's commitment to grassroots sports development, said that the central and local organizing committees will work to make the tournament better and more exciting in the next edition. Lagos State government has written owners who park on some designated streets in the state, adding that the on-street parking regulation will commence in October this year in Lekki, Surulere, and some other areas. The government, in a letter directed to the Pentecostal Fellowship of Nigeria, Lagos State branch, informed the body that vehicles parked by the church and members on designated streets will be charged hourly, indiscriminately parked and enforced accordingly. Vehicles parked on designated the church members will be charged hourly, and indiscriminately parked vehicles will be compelled to pay fines accordingly. System. The Luxottica Foundation have unveiled an eye care center in Lagos as part of the effort to increase public access to eye care. The first Vision Center was unveiled at the Alimosho General Hospital in Igondo alongside the launch of an initiative themed Effective Spectacle. Speaking during the event, the national coordinator of the National Eye Health Program, Dr. Oteri Okolo, said the initiative which was created by President in line with the effective of eye practice. Adding that the initiative of President Tinubu is to ensure that Nigerians have access to affordable glasses, stressing that the foundation has initiated programs to eliminate poor vision challenges in 120 countries and had also distributed 18 million glasses to people around the world. Non-producer Prince Henry Ode, based in Port Harcourt, has been identified among the 9 kidnappers recently killed by operatives of the Lagos State Police Command during a kidnapping attempt in the Ladipo area of Lagos. It has been confirmed by the police that Ode was indeed one of the criminals involved in the heist. The Lagos State Police Command reported that 9 kidnappers were killed during an operation led by detectives from the Commissioner of Police Special Squad. The operation took place at the Ladipo Auto Spare Parts Market, where the kidnappers had attempted to abduct a wealthy businessman. Following the incident, detectives have been busy working tirelessly to identify the dead kidnappers through both electronic and intelligence investigations. During the investigation, police recovered 4 mobile phones and other personal items from the kidnappers. Shockingly, it was discovered that the 2 vehicles used in the kidnapping operations, a Lexus 350 Jeep and a 4Runner Jeep, were registered in Prince Ode's name. Additionally, the mobile phones used by the kidnappers were also registered under his name, although they contained pictures of unidentified young men and fake addresses. Further investigations revealed that one of the dead kidnappers was a twin whose brother fled their shared residence upon hearing of his sibling's death. The information was corroborated by a WhatsApp user who recognized 5 of the kidnappers from pictures and videos circulating online. The user identified 2 of the deceased as frequent patrons of a local bar where they were known for their lavish spending and flashy appearances. Efforts to trace and arrest the remaining members of the gang are ongoing. One fleeing suspect was tracked to a northern city, and another popular hangout spot in Lagos frequented by the gang is under police surveillance. Press reports that the owner of a beer parlor associated with the kidnappers has been detained and is cooperating with the investigations. Operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency have discovered illicit drugs concealed in incense candles and ladies' wear in Lagos State. NDLEA spokesperson Femi Babafemi said that the items, which include consignments of cocaine and loud, a synthetic strain of cannabis, were concealed in incense candles, in packs, dry hibiscus leaves, and ladies' wear. According to a statement, on Sunday, the hard drugs were meant to be smuggled in and out of Nigeria through the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, and some suspects were apprehended. A statement also said that a businessman, Abdul Wahab Owolabi Alibiosu, was on Thursday, July 18, 2024, arrested at his Horizon Court, Lagos residence after a consignment of 40 parcels of loud weighing 20.30 kilograms hidden in packs of chessboards, Scrabbles, checkers, and poker sets brought in from Canada on a British Airways flight was intercepted at the Sako import shed of the Lagos airport during a joint examination of the cargo with men of the Customs Service. On his part, the NDLEA chairman, Brigadier General Buba Marwa, commended anti-narcotics officers for the seizures, adding that their operational successes and those of their compatriots across the country are well appreciated, and urged them not to rest on their hours but to continue to intensify ongoing drug supply reduction and drug demand reduction efforts. Katsina State Hisbah Board has destroyed seized alcohol and other illicit drugs worth 60 million naira in the Funtua local government area of the state. The Hisbah commander in the state, Dr. Aminu Usman, who disclosed this in Katsina on Sunday, said no fewer than 1,750 crates of alcohol and about 33 jerrycans of locally brewed beer were recently seized and destroyed in Funtua, adding that the effort was part of Hisbah's mandate of ensuring good morals among the people in the state. While commending the officials of the board for their efforts, he urged them to redouble their commitment to discharging their roles and also sought the support of religious leaders in the state for the success of the board, saying that Hisbah does not belong to any particular group or sect. The Hisbah commander also commended Governor Diko Rada for the full support given to the board in the discharge of its responsibilities, and appealed to the public to always assist the board with genuine information on places where immoral behaviors were committed. Parents, teachers, and community leaders. to intensify efforts to instill discipline and good morals on youths in their communities. Analysts have called on the federal and state governments as well as local government councils on the need to set up sustainable means to control substandard brands and products in the market. Speaking on Atlantic Television Network's program ATN Sunday, an economic expert, Deima George, emphasized on the need for adequate supervision and regulation of commonly consumed items in the markets.
Now, when you talk about food, it's a basic, important necessity for survival. And I want to use the opportunity to call on the authorities to do more, especially as it relates to food, drugs, water.
The Ima George also highlighted unhygienic practices from vendors in the country, as well as calling on food-related agencies on national sensitization against substandard foods.
Nigerians that you can trust with things, but they are the bad eggs in the system that are defacing the system, giving the system a bad brand, a bad image, a bad representation, becoming toxic to the system, making it difficult for people to survive, the health of the citizens, putting it at risk. You see, this bromate you're talking about is very deadly to the system. Now, from the reports, you talk about people using sugar, sugar that is not healthy. That's why I'm using this statement. Many Nigerians are sugarized.
This is coming as the National Agency for Food, Drug Administration and Control shut down a bakery for using unfortified sugar and banned bromate in Sokoto State. The NAFDAC State Coordinator, Garba Damu, said that the bakery was detected during a special raid by the agency's officials. You're watching Government and Public Service Reports on Atlantic Television Network. We will be back shortly after this break. Do stay tuned.
Kasali! Kasali! I get interview in 30 minutes.
Okay, you don't ready. I just the last minute instruction where you give me yesterday. Now in the cause more delay.
Which instruction?
Maybe now you say make I change the meter, make you no read it again.
Which time I make you change meter? Oh, Kasali, why you do like this now? Eh? You don't get sense. You don't read the text message. I want to send them to. Like Kasali, my electrician, make him come house, call me, do my meter so that you don't go to read again. You know electrician?
You're electrician?
Yes, now.
So you call Kasali electrician, make it come help you adjust your meter, make it for no read again, Abi. So you said you want join people where be say they no want they pay NEPA bill again, Abi. Oga, you know good now. You don't use them, you know they behave like all these stiff people.
Oh, what you change from your motor? What you change from?
Full light. Fuel gauge. Speedometer.
For what now? You for come out for home my motor. I bet you identify for me.
Okay. Now don't do something we corrupt. Do something come backfire. Now go come they find how to dodge them.
What you talk?
They greet you.
This message is brought to you by the Akin Fade Foundation, the MacArthur Foundation,
and with broadcast support from Atlantic Television Network.
Corruption not in my country.
What you want to buy?
Potato. Small basket.
I want plantain. But why your plantain can't hard like this?
Madam, now the outside hard. Inside there, it is very soft.
Madam, wallahi make her no buy them. Make her show you something. What? What in this one? Madam, this one now the chemical what they put on for the plantain make her ripe up.
So you dey put chemical for plantain where people go chop?
Now water no be chemical.
But now water. You know say Pela I don't talk and say water and not be enemy. Drink am.
Where you collect that water, drink am.
I just stop finish. See my belly. After it don't big. I just stop drink water finish.
I drink am. Wait, you drink am now. Wow. I dey sell am plantain, I go come put am for chemical because I want to make a ripe go. That's why I talk now corruption. Corruption. Not be for this kaswa, come not be for this country. Now me talk am.
Corruption not in my country.
This message is brought to you by the Akinfade Foundation, the MacArthur Foundation,
and with broadcast support from Atlantic Television Network.
From the line across the ocean to the land beyond the mountains, through the Sahara, we bring honest pop news, live analysis, expert discussions on trending stories in politics, business, social economy, sports, and documentaries. So catch all the updates on the happenings around the globe. Stay focused on the fact today, only on ATN.
People into the country illegally. That is amazing.
Honorable
you human
on the point of order.
Honorable
They are not picking our calls. They made up their minds.
So no agreement with the EU, but
I hope nobody carry belle.
Why you ask? Oh?
Because this road where they see, so it no guarantee safe delivery.
We just vote for government, but we not get good governance.
At all.
And with broadcast support from Atlantic Television Network. You're welcome back to Government and Public Service Reports on Atlantic Television Network right here in Port Harcourt. And now to the rest of our stories. House of Representatives at the weekend threatened to impose relevant sanctions against the chief executive officers of various oil companies and public institution agencies for failing to appear during the investigations into the $60 billion inflated cash calls under the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited joint venture agreements. Chairman House Committee on Finance, Honorable James Faleke, and Chairman House Committee on Petroleum Resources Upstream, Honorable Al-Hassan Ado Dogwa, issued the threat notice and expressed grief over the absence of accounting officers of the companies invited. Some of the companies invited by the joint committees are Shell Petroleum, Total Exploration, Mobil, Ajib, Chevron, Oando, Pan Ocean, Eroton, Belema, First Exploration, New Cross Exploration, Seplat Petroleum, and Amini International Petroleum. Others include West Africa Exploration and Production Limited, Walter Smith Petroleum Limited, ND Western Limited, Sahara Energy Limited, First Hydrocarbon Nigeria Limited, Nekonde Energy Limited, Elcrest Exploration and Production Limited, and Shoreline Natural Resources Limited. The lawmakers who berated the shoddy presentation made by the few who turned up condemned the habit of sending representatives by the invited companies and agencies. Piqued by the non-appearance of key stakeholders invited, Honorable Ado Dogua disclosed that the Joint Committee would not hesitate to deploy relevant statutory powers to compel those who attempt to undermine the Parliament to appear. The lawmakers said that the agencies are involved with huge amounts of resources that would have been used to better the lives and livelihoods of Nigerians and hence must be held accountable. Members of the Joint Committee unanimously resolved to discharge and walk out representatives of Nekonde Energy Limited as well as delete the record of the company's presentation. Hence, the lawmakers resolved that the company should reappear on August 7th, 2024. He said, for those who have not come, obviously because there were several companies and agencies that were invited, and it's likely insensitive to the invitation of this important committee. For those who decided to disregard what the Parliament is doing here, then I will have to put it straight. This committee will not take it lightly with anyone, anybody, an institution, an organization or a group of people who undermine the constitutional powers of this House or institution to investigate the affairs of public finance in this great country, Nigeria. I want to believe myself and all members of this committee are of the view that we would be compelled going forward to invoke and also create any means possible to use the available instrumentalities of law that whoever appears, and if he or she or any organization decides not to appear, then at the end we will be compelled to use the instrumentalities of the law around us to compel appearance. Because no one of us will take lightly some of the actions of some of our government agencies, especially in matters that involve huge amounts of resources that would have been used to better the lives and livelihoods of Nigerians, resources that would have been used to improve a lot of things in the course of government and the course of governance in our great country, Nigeria. So at this point, I'd like to redirect the go through your books and let us have on record those who were invited but have not come to explain the reasons why they did not come. And let us also know those who responded by way of apology or any other reason not to appear, and then the committee will take appropriate actions in that regard. House of Representatives Joint Committee on investigating the arbitrary increase of cement prices in the country has demanded for the cost of production from major manufacturers in the industry. And Gaza, who made the demand at their investigation at the weekend, said that we want to make sure that they bring the total documents we requested to ascertain their day-to-day production to be able to have a good idea of how much it actually costs to produce a bag of cement. I are assured that the efforts of the committee would see the reduction of price of cement for the benefit of Nigerians as soon as possible. The committee is interested in the cost of production from 2020 to date, and that's the current price of cement, which is over 10,000 naira in most parts of the country. He said that the companies should give their average daily consumption of coal, gas, gypsum, limestone, clay, and laterite, and the average daily production of cement from 2020 to date. Gaza said that the companies should provide details of all imported components for of cement and their prices from 2028. Testifying before the committee, the group managing director of Dangote Cement Company, Arvind Pathak, the 95% of production costs are either imported or linked to foreign exchange. According, there have been between 100 to 333% increase in the price of major cement inputs like gas, AGO, gypsum, imported coal, spare parts, new trucks, tires, and petrol, amongst others. It disclosed that the company is made to pay for some of its contracts in dollars to access gas and explosives for production. He said the provision made by the Central Bank of Nigeria was not enough to meet demand, so they engage in international sales, also sourced from parallel markets. He said logistics issues such as the deplorable state of key roads creates several issues, including a longer delivery and increase in maintenance and delivery costs. The GMD explained the lack of sufficient forex to settle trade obligations have resulted in huge forex losses to a tune of 150 billion naira per annum while paying a 30% interest rate on loans. He said between May 2023 and June 2024, there has been over 220% devaluation of the naira, among many other challenges like insecurity and public power supply. Pathak said that the cost of building materials like reinforcements, granite, and aluminium have increased by 177 to 283%, while cement had increased by 166% between 2023 and 2024. Inspector General of Police Kayode Egbetokun has dissociated himself from a WhatsApp message currently circulating on all social media platforms regarding the planned nationwide protests. Press earlier cited a screenshot of an alleged WhatsApp message from the IGP discouraging protests in Lagos State. Part of the message reads, "If you are going to join any protest next week, it's good, but ask yourself these questions. Why is Lagos always their target? How about starting from your state?" However, the IGP, in a statement issued on Sunday night, the first public relations officer, ACP Olumiwa Dejobi, said that the purported message making the rounds on WhatsApp and other social media platforms did not originate from the police. According to the statement, the message, which poses several questions and opinions about protests, does not essentially represent the ideas and views of the Nigerian police force. We urge everyone to disregard this message and other similar contents purportedly from the NPF, as the force makes all communications via its official channels. Adejobi assured that the Nigerian force is committed to maintaining peace and order throughout the country. We do not endorse any message that could incite division, violence, or destruction. We encourage all Nigerians to engage in peaceful and constructive activities that would contribute to the progress and unity of our dear country. The IGP Stanley warned that the spread of misinformation, disinformation, and fake news or mischievous research content are now acts and punishable under the cybercrime law. Press reports that Nigerians, particularly the youths, have scheduled a nationwide protest from August 1st to 10th to draw the attention of the government to the prevailing hardship in the country. Independent National Electoral Commission has dissociated itself from the convention organized by the national chairman of Labour Party, Julius Abure. This is coming after the crisis rocking the party in April 2023, where a Federal Capital Territory High Court issued order restraining Abure from parading himself as the Labour Party's national chairman, and following the court verdict, the Labour Party Deputy National Chairman Lamidi Apapa became the acting chairman of the party. But Abure fought back to retain his seat with the help of the parent body, Nigerian Labour Congress, under the leadership of its national president, Joe Ajay Abure-led leadership, held a national convention for the party at Nnewi, Anambra State on March 27, 2024. However, Abure fell out of favor with the NLC following the national convention, which returned him and all his loyal members of the National Working Committee and the Abure-led National Working Committee, through a lawyer, later requested for a certified true copy of the convention documents from INEC, while the Electoral Commission, in a letter dated July 18th and signed by the Acting Secretary Haliru Aminu, said that it couldn't report on the convention because it did not monitor it, and regrettably, the Commission did not monitor the Labour Party convention of 27th March 2024 and cannot therefore report on the convention. Reacting, the National Publicity Secretary of the Labour Party, Obiora Ifo, however, said INEC didn't reject Abure-led convention and that the inability of Commissioner Federal High Court sitting in Abuja has ordered the Independent National Electoral Commission to hold state governors, their deputies, and others to account over cases of electoral violence, bribery, vote buying, and conspiracy during the 2023 general elections. A statement issued by the Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project's Deputy Director, Kolawole Oluwadare, on Sunday, the court ordered INEC to ensure the appointment of independent counsel to investigate cases of electoral violence and other electoral offenses against state governors and their deputies during the 2023 general elections. The court also ordered INEC to promptly, thoroughly, and effectively investigate cases of electoral violence and other electoral offenses committed during the 2023 general elections, and to identify suspected perpetrators and their sponsors and ensure their effective prosecution. The judgment was delivered by Justice Obiora Agwatu following a mandamus lawsuit filed by Serap, and Justice Agwatu also ordered INEC to swiftly prosecute all arrested offenders in the 2023 general elections in the custody of the Nigerian Police Force, Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Related Offenses Commission, and other law enforcement agencies. In his judgment, Justice Atu, he compassionately evaluated the positions in the affidavits of Serap, and I have no reasons not to believe it, more so when they are documentary support of the depositions, adding that the sole issue of whether the court ought to grant the relief of judicial review and orders of mandamus is resolved in favor of Serap. Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister for the Economy, Mr. Wale Edun, has given kudos to Tinubu for successfully fixing a minimum wage for Nigerian workers, describing the development as a remarkable achievement for his administration. He also of poverty. The minister made the remark at the weekend in Lagos while delivering the 70th anniversary of Loyola College, Ibadan, which was organized by the Old Boys Association of the college. He spoke reconstructing the Nigerian economy for sustainable growth and investment, which many dignitaries, including the Secretary to the Lagos State Government, Mrs. Abimbola Salu Hundeyin, in attendance. According to him, the conclusion of the negotiation on the minimum wage is a good one. The issue has been around for a long time, and getting to this level was quite challenging. I must commend the President for his role in this, and also the labor unions. Government levels in maintaining fiscal stability to be able to support the implementation of the new minimum wage bill. He acknowledged the huge economic challenges faced by the country, confidence in the government's ability to surmount them. He shared into some steps taken by the federal government to build a $1 trillion economy and develop a $1 billion in 3 to 5 years, and with foreign manufacturer involvement. Growth that will alleviate poverty, the importance of investment and the role of savings in driving it. He said that the high inflation rates truly undermine confidence and hinder investment, while disclosing that the government is concerned about food and nutrition security, especially for children who are within their first 1,000 days of life. Similarly, Edom touched on the government's efforts to support micro, small, and medium-scale enterprises to thrive. He noted that the government has many plans, including duty waivers and other incentives to support their growth, adding that the contributions of SMEs are huge. Edom, however, commended the organizers of the anniversary lecture coming up with the lecture will bring a positive result. Max Air aircraft carrying 119 passengers and 6 crew members was cleared for takeoff before its first rear gear tires burst, while the remaining 2 also went the way of the initial one while attempting to taxi off the aircraft from the runway. This was contained in a statement made available to press by the Director of Public Affairs and Consumer Protection, Safety Investigation Bureau, Bimbo Oladeji, at 11:22 p.m. on Sunday. Olajide, however, added that no death or injury was recorded from the development. The statement read that this evening, Max Air Boeing 737 carrying 19 passengers and 6 crew members was cleared for takeoff from Yola Airport en route to Abuja. During the takeoff row, a loud bang was heard, identified by bursting of the rear gear tires. Initially, 2 tires burst while attempting to taxi off the runway. 2 tires also burst, rendering the aircraft completely disabled. Fortunately, no injuries were reported. A GO team led by NSIB Director General Captain Alex Bader Jr. will visit the incident site tomorrow morning to conduct an investigation. Similarly, in 2023, a report by the NSIB indicted the airline of overwriting the cockpit voice recorder of the serious incident which occurred on May 7, 2023, on landing at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja. Reports also accused the airline of feigning ignorance of the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority's all operators letter in respect of continuous overwriting of CVR information. This was after an aircraft belonging to the same airline departed Abuja for Yola. The NSIB report said that the aircraft was on ground in Yola for about 30 minutes before the turnaround for Abuja. It was, however, gathered that after takeoff, the landing gear was left extended for 3 minutes to allow cooling due to the high temperature on the ground in Yola Airport, but at 2:08 p.m., Nigerian Air Force personnel from the Air Force hangar close to runway 35 reported to Yola Control Tower that an object appearing like a tire fell off from the departing NGL 1649. And this is where we wrap it up on this edition of Government and Public Service Reports on Atlantic Television Network in the city of Port Harcourt. I am Raymond Ken Mbata. Stay connected on our ATN socials, Facebook and YouTube, Atlantic Television Network, Instagram and TikTok, Atlantic TV Network 1, on X, formerly Twitter, Atlantic TV Net, and watch us live on our website, atlanticnetwork.tv. Peace and unity are the pathways to progress. Thank you for watching.
They are not picking our calls. They made up their mind.
agreement with the EU, but